I want you to go out and to buy something real nice. Something that your mum would really love to have.
Hey? No, now I can't do that.
Of course you can, and you will.
Jeez. Lady, you're a real mate.
Oh, yes, Ted, of course. I'm sure we can get them back on the job immediately. No, of course not. I'll leave the press statement to you. Fine. Goodbye. Well, we have a compromise.
Which is?
He agreed to what we discussed. Security within the prison is at my discretion, but he wants to maintain armed guards on the perimeter fence and bring in guard dogs.
Dogs? Whatever for?
Well, to make certain no one escapes. In any case, I don't see it affecting the relationship between the prisoners and the officers, so it shouldn't be a major obstacle.
Pity they didn't agree to unlock these gates when we got everything else.
Yes. Still, I suppose we can't complain.
Yeah, the strike was pretty successful, wasn't it?
Yeah, I just hope we never have to go through it again. With a bit of luck, things might just run smoothly for a while. Of course, we're still understaffed, but I suppose we always will be.
All the more overtime.
Frankly, I don't know how you do it. You worked all night and you're still wanting to work today.
Well, I'll be signing off before lunch.
Oh, that's if you don't request another shift. I've never seen anybody so keen to work in all my life.
It's not the work I'm keen about. It's my yacht. Building one can be pretty expensive. Once I've got it finished, this place can go hang.
Oh, no, that's what I like to see. A dedicated officer.
I better let them loose or they'll be getting restless.
Heaven forbid. Oh, morning, Janet. Yeah, you're not looking too happy this morning. Not feeling too bright?
Why should I be?
Is there something wrong?
Well, you'd know, wouldn't you?
Me? Why, how do you mean?
Oh, you can stop pretending now, Meg. I know all about it.
I'm sorry, Janet. You've just lost me. Is there something I'm supposed to have done?
You're just a two-faced bitch. Now, I can't even stand here and talk to you.
Now, listen, Janet.
I've been looking for you.
Get out of my way.
What the hell do you think you were doing that to my flat?
You were lucky I didn't get my hands on you. Now, get out of my way.
You must be out of your mind doing a stupid thing like that.
I'm not too stupid that I don't know what's going on around here.
What are you talking about?
I knew there was another woman. I said so, remember?
Oh, God's sake, you're not going on about that again, are you?
Look, I don't think this is
and
the
I
best
thought
place
you were my friend. But you don't give a damn about me or your husband.
What? What's Bob got to do with it?
Oh, you're both so innocent, aren't you?
If you just start making some sense...
I'll make some sense. Tell me this. Just where did you spend the night last night?
No, now, come on, Janet, it's not like
I don't know how long this has been going on, but I'm awfully glad I found out. I suppose you've both been laughing up your sleeves about me. Well, I don't care if I never see you again. Either of you.
Janet!
Peterson?
Here.
Shepherd? Winter?
Wish I was somewhere else.
Oh, you won't find things too bad now, Winter.
What do you mean? Things going to ease up a bit?
I'm pretty well back to the way things used to be.
Oh, bloody just as well.
Come on, let's finish the muster, ladies.
Ladies, eh? What do you know? A screw with manners.
Oh, I don't know. I think he's cute.
Yeah, you would, wouldn't you?
Come on.
Young? Okay, that's it. Move in for breakfast. Watch what you say.
No, if I had a single cell, things could be a lot more fun for both of us.
Mr. Faulkner, I'd like to speak to the women before they go into breakfast.
Well, just a minute, please. The governor would like to speak to you.
I just wanted to let you know the recent officer strike has ended, and it has been decided to lift the more stringent security measures introduced some time ago. However, I want to make it quite clear this is not because of your foolhardy and violent actions in trying to take over the prison. That sort of behavior does you no good at all, and I hope you realize that.
Seems to have made things a bit easier for us, but done it.
As I said, the relaxing of restrictions is not because of your actions.
You mean the screws didn't like them either?
I hope now there will be more cooperation between the staff and inmates. It is up to you to prove that the lifting of these restrictions is not a mistake.
We'll all be good little girls, Mrs. Davison, just as long as we get treated like human beings.
All right, you may go into breakfast now. Thank you, Mr. Faulkner.
Mrs. Davidson.
Yes, Brian?
Mrs. Davidson, can I have a word with you, please?
Oh, yes, of course. Mr. Faulkner, would you bring Brian to my office after she's had breakfast?
Yes, Mr. Davidson.
You going to see Davo about your parole?
Yeah, something about it.
It'll be great. You'll be able to get together with Lizzie and have a reunion.
That's right. You know, I didn't even get a chance to say goodbye to the old bugger.
Single cell.
Young fella. I ought to have me head read.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Faulkner. Would you wait outside, please? Now then, what did you want to talk to me about, Bryant?
It's about my parole. I shouldn't have any problem getting it, should I?
Well, I can't answer that definitely. As you know, it's up to the parole board.
Yeah, but reports and things have a lot to do with it, don't they?
Well, it's fortunate you weren't here during the riot. If you'd been involved in that, it certainly would have gone against you.
Yeah. Well, I am glad I wasn't here. Look, if the parole does come through, well, how soon do they let you out?
Within a few hours of it being granted.
That's great. See, I gotta go to Brisbane 2 days later.
Brisbane?
Yeah. My daughter's getting married. She wrote to me. She said she'd really love me to be there.
Well, I'm delighted for Laurie, and of course she would want you to be there. But you will have to get special permission to travel on your parole license.
What do you mean? You mean even if I get out of here, I'm going to have permission to travel interstate?
Well, Mrs. Morris is helping you with your parole, isn't she?
Yeah.
Well, I suggest you talk to her about it.
Look, well, I'm going to be really upset if I can't go there. You see, I didn't think my daughter wanted to have anything to do with me. I didn't think she wanted me to meet her fiancé and her friends. She does. I just got to go there, Mrs. Davidson.
Well, I do understand, Bryant. And it's quite possible your parole will be granted. But don't get your hopes up too high until you know for sure.
Good day, Ernie.
Oh, good day, Mrs. Birdsworth. What'll it be?
Brandy. I need a bit of a pick-me-up.
Yeah, you needed one last night, too. Well, how are things in the big city?
Too bloody fast. Not like where I came from.
And what part?
Oh, I've been all over working as a shearer's cook.
Yeah? Well, it's a pretty rough and tumble sort of life for a woman, I reckon. Especially one your age. You don't mind me saying so.
Well, I retired now. Come down to enjoy myself in the big smoke. Put it on my account.
Room 17.
You got a good memory. Oh, yeah, you took me back there last night, didn't you? When I got a bit overtired.
Yeah, must be pretty lonely on your own in the big city. Have you got any friends and relatives?
No, but I got some people I got to look up. Myra Desmond's one of them. Don't know her, do you?
I can't recall the name. Is she a local?
I don't know where she lives exactly, but I got it written down, so I'll look her up when I get around to it. Did you notice that young bloke I was talking to last night?
The one at the table with you?
That's right.
Yeah, I know him.
Don't you like him?
He's a bit of a con man, I reckon. He didn't get any dough out of you, did he?
Out of me? What do you reckon, that I came down the last shower? I wouldn't let any bloody young conman get anything out of me. I've been around too long.
Yeah, well, good on you. I hate to see people taken down.
Bloody oath.
The strike worked out all right, didn't it? Got better conditions for us and the women. I mean, they've got to have some rights, don't they? I'm not beating any drum about prison reform or anything like that. But some of the things the women have got to put up with are pretty rough. And a lack of privacy, for one thing. It'd be better if they all had their own cells, wouldn't it? And Janet?
Oh, I'm sorry, what were you talking about?
Oh, just one of the women mentioned to me she'd prefer to have a cell of her own. I wonder if it can be arranged.
Oh, I don't know. You'd have to ask Mrs. Davidson.
Yeah, I suppose so. Or maybe Jim could do it. Perhaps you could mention it to him.
Me?
Well, you're pretty friendly with him. It was Edwards was asking me about the single cell. I thought maybe you could mention it to Jim.
I won't be mentioning anything to him. Now, if you don't mind, I would rather not talk about work in my coffee break.
Sure, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Sorry, Steve. Could you take your break a bit later, please?
Yeah, sure.
I should throw this right in your face, you cheating bastard.
You don't know what you're talking about, you
I know enough. I know that you left me and went running off to Meg.
Yes, I did, but not for the reasons you thought I did.
I'm not a complete idiot, Jim. I don't want to hear all the sordid details about what went on between the two of you.
Could you just shut up for a minute?
I will not shut up. Now, you have been using me. You've been getting what you wanted and laughing at me behind my back.
Using you? You've been the one that's been doing the chasing, not me. You're too possessive, Janet. I just had to get away from you for a while.
You pig.
Just listen to me. I had to have time by myself so I could sort things out. I knew that you'd keep ringing me at home or turn up there, so I went to Meg's.
And spent the night with her.
I explained to her that I had to have some time by myself. I asked if she could put me up for the night. She wasn't too keen at first because she happens to be a friend of yours and didn't want to take sides. Finally, I convinced her, and she let me stay the night in the spare room.
And that's all there was to it.
And that's all there was to it. So I hope that you've at least got the guts to go and find Meg and apologize to her.
Mrs. Morris, Oh, I've been looking everywhere for you.
Well, now you've found me. What's your problem?
Well, there's no problem. It's just that Mrs. Davidson said I'm going to have to get special permission to go to Queensland for Laurie's wedding.
If your parole comes through, yes.
Well, there shouldn't be any problem about that. Mrs. Davidson said that all the reports would be okay.
So she's not going to mention that silly stunt with the rosters?
Oh, come on. They could never prove I was connected with that.
Well, I don't think there's anybody who had much doubt about it.
Yeah, well, I think Mrs. Davidson's going to overlook it.
Well, you're very lucky.
So I'm going to get my parole.
No, that can't be taken as a certainty.
All right. If I get my parole, notice I said if I get my parole, do you think I'll be able to go to Queensland?
Well, you know, I have a friend in the parole board. I'll have a word with her and see if she can help arrange it.
Thanks, Mrs. Morris. I know I could depend on you.
I only said I'll try.
Yeah, I understand that. Anyway, I have a really good feeling about this. It's all going to work. It's got to. I can't miss my own daughter's wedding, can I? And there's something else I wanted to ask you. I know I should have mentioned this to Mrs. Davidson, but I didn't think of it at the time. You think there's any chance I could get a half-day pass to go and buy something to wear to the wedding? I mean, I can't very well go to the wedding as the mother of the bride in jeans.
No, I don't suppose you can. Yes, I'll have a word with her and we'll see what we can arrange.
Terrific. And I'm hoping to get something really classy. You do think I'm going to scrub up all right, don't you?
Of course you will.
Would you please pour me another drink, Ernest?
Hang on a minute.
Hell with hanging on, I want a bloody brandy.
Look, you've had enough to float an oil rig. Don't you reckon you ought to call it a day?
I'll call it a day when I feel like calling it a day. Now give me another bloody drink.
Now, listen, why don't you go up to your room and have a bit of a sleep for a while? Then I'll give you another brandy.
I want one now, and I'm not going to budge until I bloody get one.
Well, this better be the last one. I don't have to put you to bed again.
I'm quite capable of putting myself to bed. What do I want to go to bed for? It's the middle of the bloody day.
It's a pretty big bill you're running up here. Hope you're flush.
Of course I am. No worries. I'm just a poor old lonely woman.
What was that?
I got no friends. I got no money.
Listen, you just told me you were all right for money.
I got none.
You've run up a hell of a bill here. What are you going to do about it?
I don't know.
What about that friend of yours you were going to contact?
I got no friends. All my mates...
You've told me about her before, remember?
Oh, yeah. Mara Desmond.
Couldn't she help you out with some money? Help you to pay your bill here?
Yeah. I've got her address here.
I'd try and find her if I were you.
Yeah. I'll do that. After I've had another drink.
Look, I can't serve you now. I've got to see someone. Oh, Mr. Kirk, it's Ernie here. Look, I thought I'd better let you know. One of the guests, well, she's not a bad old bird, and I feel a bit sorry for her, but she's been ordering drinks on the cuff. She's getting a bit soused, and now she tells me she's broke. Well, she says she's got a friend who'll lend her some money, but I think you better come down and talk to her yourself. Well, how can I keep her here if I can't give her another drink? Well, all right, but you better come down straight away, or she'll pass out on you. You won't be able to talk to her.
Where you going?
I'll tell you in a flaming minute when I find the address. Oh, it's gone.
Lost the address. Where you going?
Oh, it doesn't matter. I think I can remember it. It was a colour.
Huh?
The name of a street was a colour. That's right. White Street, number 21.
Okay. Do you mind closing the door?
If you're a bloody gentleman, you'd close it yourself.
I've never seen Brian so up in the air about anything.
Well, I hope she isn't too disappointed. She may not get to the wedding.
Yes, I know. But it's almost impossible to tell anybody not to get too excited about something. Anyway, she wants to look her very best for the wedding and was wondering if she could get a half-day release to go and buy something, a new outfit. I said I'd speak to you about it.
Oh, that will probably be all right. This afternoon.
Well, she'd be very grateful.
I see you're off duty then.
Yes, I'd offer to go with her, but Bob's written down and asked me to do some things for him this afternoon.
Oh, well, that's all right. Colin Powell can take her. There's something wrong with that?
No.
I know what you're thinking. Colin's changed lately, hasn't she?
Well, she's certainly a lot harsher than she used to be.
I've seen it happen to a lot of officers. Working in a prison seems to get at them after a while. Fortunately, it doesn't seem to have happened to you.
Well, not yet, anyway.
At least the strike gave us a bit of a rest from this. The petition's really driving me crazy.
Oh, it's better than being locked in our cells all day.
Yeah, if you want to rest in this place, you've got to have major surgery like B. Smith. You know, it's a pity they didn't make it really major and cut her bloody head off.
Bee worry you a bit, does she?
No one worries me. By the way, I made a few little changes to that racket you've been running here.
What do you mean? What have you done?
Like I said, just a few little changes.
Look, I set it up and I'm the only one who can change it.
Well, it's been changed. We're getting our payment in pills now.
Pills? Dope!
Nah, Smarties.
Look, it's my racket and I say how we get paid.
Well, I'm running things around here just now in case you hadn't noticed.
No, I hadn't. A lot of the women are still backing me.
Anyone backing Sandy?
You better get a bloody good grip of that press window, because if you fall off it, you might break something like your neck.
Hey, lady. Hey, wake up.
What are you doing? Mauling me.
God, I'd have to be desperate. There's no Myra Desmond at this address.
I told you, 21 White Street.
This is 21 White Street. There's no Myra Desmond here, and they've never heard of her.
I remember it was a colour. Yeah. Maybe it was Black Street. Yeah, that's right. Black Street. Or perhaps it was Green Street.
Yeah, or blue or red or yellow. Listen, lady, it's going to cost you a packet if I have to run around looking for the right address.
Oh, Myra will lend me the money to pay you.
What's that? Lend you the money? Haven't you got anyone?
Only a couple of bob. Myra will give it to you.
We could spend all day looking for her. You owe me $7 already.
What for? You haven't got me to where I'm going yet. Take me to 21 Black Street.
Like hell. Listen, lady, I'm not running around all day with you with no money, right? I'll take you home. You can pay me there. Right, where do you live?
Wentworth.
What was that?
Wentworth Detention Centre.
Wentworth Detention Centre? That's a bloody prison.
That's right.
You old...
Meg.
Yes?
I know I owe you an apology.
Yes, I think you do.
Well, Jim told me what happened last night and why I went round to your place. I'm sorry, I jumped to the wrong conclusion.
Well, I tried to tell you you'd made a mistake.
I came round to talk to you myself and then I saw his car there. I thought that
Oh,
you...
yes, I know what you thought. I'm glad you realised you were wrong.
I'm really sorry, Meg. It's just that everything between Jim and I...
Perhaps it'd be better if you two didn't see each other for a while.
Did Jim tell you to suggest that to me?
No, of course not. It just seems that you two can't work things out at the moment, and I thought the only sensible thing...
How can we solve things if we don't see each other? Now, we have just got to talk this whole thing out and handle it in our own way.
All right, all right. Point taken.
I'm on duty in the dining room.
Sleeping Beauty, is she? Come on. End of the ride. Come on.
The drugs were discovered during raids on local massage parlors operating throughout the Wentworth area. The police have revealed that the series of raids netted thousands of dollars worth of drugs. Several arrests have been made. On the raid...
Hey, leave it on. It could be something interesting.
There was. Huge haul of drugs found in a raid on a massage parlour. They showed a picture of one of the parlours. It was one of McNally's.
Oh, Struth, that could muck up our supply.
You'll be lucky if that's all it mucks up. They could get onto what we've been doing.
Oh, no one would dob us in for that.
It said arrests have been made. If someone starts talking, they'll probably spill the lot, including our little racket. We could have the police on us.
Nah, look, they're interested in bigger fish than us. I bet they think they're really great netting that little lot.
Yeah. I wonder if someone tipped them off.
Come on. The food's not that bad today. Bet the women are still complaining, though. Hmm? What's the matter? You seem down in the dumps.
No, it's nothing.
Well, if you don't want to talk about it.
Well, I've had a fight with, my friend.
A lover's tiff? Easily mended.
How do you mean?
Well, I've had rows with my husband before, and I've always managed to get out of them. You've got to know a few tactics, that's all.
Well, like what?
All right. First of all, I pretend that it was nothing to make such a fuss about. And then, well, you've got to get a bit affectionate and above all, make a joke out of it.
Well, I don't know that it'll work this time.
Well, Just a minute. Give it a try. Oh, hi. Well, Mrs. Davidson wants me to accompany Bryant on a shopping expedition. I better go and change.
You're not still upset, are you? I mean, I've apologized to Meg, and she accepted, so, surely you can forget about it.
Forget it. It's pretty hard to forget about what you've done to my flat.
Look, when I've finished here, I can go around there and fix it up. And you'll hardly know that it happened.
I'd rather just gave me back my key.
Jim, are you going to be so heavy about it? I mean, you should be grateful that I was so jealous of you.
I just don't get you, Janet. One minute you're flying off the handle, next minute you're acting as if nothing had happened. I can't keep up with you.
Well, you wouldn't want a woman who was dreary all the time, wouldn't you? I mean, variety's the spice of life. You know I like a bit of spice. Oh, come off it, Jim.
Look, it was pretty unpleasant finding my flat like that. I just can't run hot and cold like you can.
Are you going to go on and on about it?
I don't want to go on and on about it. I just want to be left alone to have my lunch in peace, all right?
That's what you want?
Yes.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Where have you been all morning?
Oh, I was feeling a bit crook in the gut, so I decided to have a bit of a bludge.
You okay now?
Yeah, I'll come good again.
Now, you listen to me, mate. You better look after yourself. I want you to get all your strength back so you can put that bitch Maury back in her box.
Yeah, that's one bitch I'd like to put in a box permanently.
Yeah, and I'll help you.
No, you won't. You have to keep your nose clean until you can get out of this place.
Yeah, you're right about that. You know something? Mrs. Morris has been absolutely fantastic. She even helped me to organize a place to stay for a couple of days with my old friend Pauline.
Well, how will the parole board feel about that? Aren't you supposed to have permanent accommodation?
Yeah, but we're going to say it's semi-permanent till I can get enough money together to rent a flat.
And how are you going to do that? Rob a bank?
Actually, the Transport Regulation Board have given me back my license. That is on the condition that the guy that gave me my job will give me my old job back.
And do you think he will?
Yeah, he's a real nice sort of bloke.
That's terrific, Jude. Good on you.
Yeah. And, not only that, but I have been granted a half-day pass so that I can go and buy an outfit for Laurie's wedding.
Well, what did you do? Bribe Davo?
No, it's just my American charm. Actually, Mrs. Morris organized that, too.
She's really been working overtime for you, hasn't she? Yep. And not even a welfare officer anymore, just a screw.
Well, she's always been great.
Now, don't you go going soft over any screw. You ain't out of here yet, love.
You know, I can't wait to see my new outfit. I've never been one really interested in clothes, but I reckon the one I'm going to get is going to be fantastic.
You got enough dough?
Yeah, my laundry wages.
Not to mention the little extra you made on the side with that deal you were working with Sandy. Listen, you better not let the screws know exactly how much dough you have got.
No, well, I'll just spend what I've earned honestly.
I think that's the best bet.
You know, there won't be much money coming into the laundry anymore, not now that Maury's getting paid in pills.
Yes, well, I'm going to put a stop to that, too.
Well, I'll help you. I can remember when Sharon first got involved in drugs, all the trouble it caused.
Well, they're certainly going to cause trouble for Maury.
You got something in mind, have you?
Yeah.
Well, you tell me about it on the way, because I got to get changed and get to reception.
The thought of you in a dress. Now that I have got to see.
Do you mind?
Listen, I think I'll get to the laundry. I think they're expecting another delivery today.
Yeah, and more pills, too.
Yeah, I reckon you're right, Jude. There's obviously dope coming in here somewhere. There's pills all over the place. Oh, hello, Mrs. Powell. Gee, I love the outfit. I thought I might go to the laundry and do a bit of light work. I think I'm up to it.
Yes, all right, Smith. You nearly ready, Bryant?
Yes.
Right, I'll meet you in reception. 10 minutes.
Yes, Miss Powell. You out of your mind? She heard us talking about pills. 10 to 1, she's gone straight to Davo to tell her.
Yeah. I bet there's going to be a cell search this afternoon. Don't you?
Ah, who's your friend, B? Is that the mother of the bride or the best man? It's a bit hard to tell.
Enjoy throwing your weight around, Maury, because pretty soon you're going to be cut down to size.
Oh, yeah? By you and whose army?
You'll see. Listen, I want to talk to you two. Humpty Dumpty is about to take a fall.
You got a plan?
Yes, and it's already underway.
Tell me more.
I'm going to need your help, Hazel.
Oh, well, Hayes won't let us down. Will you, Hayes?
No. Of course I wouldn't.
Right.
What do you want?
I was wondering whether we could do a bit of a deal.
What kind of deal?
I'm feeling a bit down. Wondering if you could let me have a few pills. I could pay you for them.
You got cash? Righto, come on. Any screws want to know where we are? We've gone to the dunny.
Yeah, sure. I'll tell them you were homesick.
So Mrs. Davidson said there should be a thorough search of all the cells as soon as possible.
Cell search. I was hoping things were going to quieten down around here for a while. Wonder how the hell they managed to smuggle pills in.
Always a way, I suppose.
Yeah, well, I won't be able to organise a cell search until the afternoon shift comes on.
Yes, and I'm sorry, Jim, I won't be here to help.
Never mind, we'll manage.
How long have you been standing there, Bryant?
I just got here.
Yes, well, next time let us know instead of creeping around the place.
Yes, Mrs. Pearl.
Come on, Brian, let's have a look at your handbag.
Oh, you don't think I'm going to try and smuggle something out of here, do you?
You never know with you lot.
You know, I'm a little bit nervous about choosing this outfit. Hope I can get something that suits me.
Well, you've got Officer Powell to help you.
Yeah.
Come on, Bride, you've got to sign out as well.
There you go.
I wish it was as easy as that. Sign out and never come back.
Yeah, well, maybe not this time, but you never know. After the next parole board meeting.
I know. Goodbye, Wentworth, eh?
Come on.
Happy searching, huh?
Oh, come on, get them all in here.
Oh, good. Why doesn't someone give her a whip?
Now, one of those bags should be heavier than the others.
Well, that bastard is bloody heavy. There's something else here.
Hey, that's for me, so keep your hands off. Hey, you two. How'd you like to buy a bit of extra happiness? A couple of these pills could make life seem a whole lot brighter, eh, Hayes?
Oh, yeah.
You know how I feel about drugs.
Well, I reckon it's about time you stopped being so narrow-minded. What do you reckon, girls?
You're not ready to take her on yet, Dee.
Come on, how about a bit of extra work around here? Come on, move it.
Oh, hell!
You all right, Smith?
Yeah, well, it's just as well I haven't got any stitches left. I would have busted a few.
We shouldn't be doing heavy work like that.
Well, someone has to. This one wouldn't work in an iron lung. And it looks like the rest are starting to follow her example.
Is that so? Well, we better give them an example to follow. All right, Winter, come on. Load that washing into the machine. I said this one, the big one. Well, come on.
I reckon we ought to get rid of the smaller ones first.
Leave the big ones for somebody else. Now, come on, Winter, load the washing into the machine, now.
You know, these machines are wonderful. They dissolve dirt and everything.
You don't think it's too bright, do you?
Oh, no, bright colours are all in at the moment. I really don't think you could do any better. Unless, of course, you want to spend more.
Well, do you think it's suitable for a mother of the bride?
Oh, yes, perfect. Very smart. But you'll be wanting a hat too, of course.
Yeah, well, I'm not used to wearing a hat. I don't have much of an idea about that.
Oh, don't worry. That's what I'm here for. Leave the dress on and we'll find something to go with it. Here we are.
I'm not really sure that'd suit me.
Now, that's a charming one. Matches the dress very well.
Oh, I don't think it's really me, do you?
No, I don't. Oh, well, if you had something in mind, but I thought
Look, I just want something that's going to suit me.
Well, here's another. Now, the feathers are really very stylish.
I don't think so.
Well, can you see anything you do like?
Well, what about that one?
Oh, yes. Madam does have good taste. That's from our recent Paris collection.
How much is it?
$92.
She can't afford that much.
Oh, I see.
Well, how much was the first one I tried on?
Now, that was very reasonable. Only $32.
Well, it goes with the dress, doesn't it?
Well, the colour, yeah. There.
Yeah. All right, I'll take the dress and the hat, huh?
A very wise choice, madam.
Jim, please, can we just talk? Look, I know it was stupid of me to make accusations like that, but it's just that you mean so much to me. Look, please forgive me. I can't bear it when you're angry with me.
Look, Janet, I just don't know where our relationship's going. I need time. I need time to think. But you won't give it to me.
Well, can't we just talk about it?
There's a time and there's a place for everything.
Yeah, well, I'm signing off soon. We could go and have a drink.
No, I can't. I'm doing double shift.
Well, you could take a short break and we could go down to the Arms.
I've got a cell search to organise.
Jim, please. I can't go home feeling like this.
All right, I'll see if I can organise half an hour.
Thank you.
It's best if we don't leave together. I'll meet you at the Arms in 50 minutes, all right?
Yeah, all right. I'll see you there.
Your parole hasn't even come through, let alone permission to travel interstate.
Look, my parole will come through. Mrs. Morris won't let me down.
She's not a miracle worker.
If I don't buy my ticket now, by the time my parole does come through, they could be booked out. And I don't want any last-minute hassles. Look, I've got the money. That's why I didn't buy the dearer hat. Hey, you think those clothes are all right?
Yes, they're lovely. But you cannot buy this ticket until you've got your parole.
Please, Mrs. Powell. I just won't be happy until I have that ticket.
Okay. It's your money. Come on.
God, the washing machine's certainly doing well. Somebody must have given it something.
Yeah, it's the happiest little machine on the block.
You'll get yours.
That's fair enough, because you certainly didn't get yours, did you?
That's it, girls.
Yeah, come on, let's not do any voluntary overtime.
Oh, no.
Here is the
I want a little word with you. You saw that letter, didn't you?
Yeah, it was addressed to Sandy.
What did you say? Who did you say it was addressed to?
Didn't see no letter. Didn't see no letter addressed to no one.
Yeah, that's right. Don't you forget it. Not if you want your kids to recognise their mum next time they come to visit you.
I know I've been overpossessive and stupid, but I've learnt my lesson now. All I'm asking for is a second chance.
No. We only end up hurting each other. I think we should get out now, before we get any deeper.
Well, we had a lot of good times, didn't we?
Yes.
Well, why can't they go on? Now, what's the point in us being alone when we could love and care for each other? So why can't we start again?
Janet, I couldn't make my marriage work. Maybe I'm just not the type for a permanent relationship.
It doesn't have to be permanent. I'm not asking you to marry me. No strings, no ties.
You couldn't take it that easily, Janet. You're too serious.
Well, I won't be this time. Now, I know the way you feel about it now, and I won't allow myself to get as emotionally involved. I don't see why we can't just enjoy each other's company. You don't like going home to an empty house, do you? Or an empty bed?
No.
Well, let's give it a go. Now, I won't make any problems for you, I promise. So please, can we try again?
All right.
Looks like there could be trouble.
You better stick behind me then.
I've never hidden behind anyone.
Look, you don't want to land in hospital again, do you?
Yeah, well, Mari's the one that might end up in there.
All right, ladies, all to your cells.
Now, why do we have to go back to our cells? It's recreation time.
There's to be a spot cell search. Now move along.
Lucky you lost that bird. Hope you haven't got any more. I'm not dumb enough to hide it in my cell, Smith, so you can wipe that smile off your face.
Oh, good. You're back. Just in time to help with the cell search.
Thanks a million. Cell search? What's it all about?
Just a routine search, Bryant. How'd you go?
Oh, I got something, you know. I hope it's okay.
Well, get her back into uniform, then come and help, will you?
Wish I was going home. Do anything to put my feet up.
Oh, come on. A bit of shopping shouldn't have worn you out. Be as quick as you can, will you?
Okay, Brian, get back into uniform.
You know, when you're out there, you can sometimes forget about uniforms and cell searches.
Yes, and if you lot behaved yourselves, we wouldn't have to waste time with them.
Well, they're not going to find anything anyway.
Hope they don't nick our extra fags.
No, they will, for sure. Still, it'll be worth it, won't it? They must have something real special. I wonder what it could be.
All right, Wicker. They didn't take nothing.
How's it going?
Well, nothing so far. Just the usual bits and pieces of contraband. I haven't bothered to confiscate anything.
Good. Now you're stirring up hard feelings. Carry on.
Okay.
Now, what kept you, Mr. Fletcher? You missed all the fun of ransacking the cells.
Depends on what you call fun, Smith.
Don't know what you think you're going to find. We've all been keeping our noses clean.
And you got nothing to worry about, have you?
You can save your strength. You won't find nothing.
Shut up, Winter.
All right. Next one.
Just a minute. What's this? Nearly missed this.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What are these, Winter? Aspirin?
How the hell did they get there?
Oh, you wouldn't know, would you, Winter? Well, you'll be able to charge for this, which will mean a long stretch in solitary for you.
Look, someone set me up and by God, they're going to bloody pay for it.
Oh, well, don't tell me they found something.
Bitch it was.
Hold it!
Hey, that's that.
You won't be getting anyone for quite a while, Winter.
Those pills were hers. She planted them.
Don't be ridiculous. We all know how Smith feels about drugs. Take her to solitary.
I'll get you, Smith. No matter what, I'm going to get you.
All right, the rest of you, no sense standing around gawking. Get back to whatever you're supposed to be doing.
Oh, what? No more searches? And I was rather hoping for a body search.
Don't be cheeky, Smith. Get going.
Well, I'd say that went off like a rocket, wouldn't you?
Well, what happens when she gets out? She's not going to forgive and forget. God, I reckon there's going to be hell to pay for this.
Oh, we'll face that when we come to it.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines. The sun and rain are prisoners too. When morning comes around, last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare of waking up alone. On the inside the roses grow, they don't mind the stony ground, but the roses here are prisoners too when morning comes around.